Hey guys, this is Matthew here. This is going to be a different kind of video than I normally make. I want to talk about some of the things they can do in the future of the franchise with the Batman, played by Robert Pattinson and directed by Matt Reeves. The first thing that I want to talk about is the idea that this franchise has to be a trilogy. I want to push back on this as much as humanly possible. The Batman, the first one, really, really good. There is nothing that means this series should only be 3 movies, and that we only need 3 movies in this universe. 3 is an arbitrary number. As long as these movies are good, you're making spin-off shows. Even give me as much as this universe as you want to. There is nothing that makes it only 3. Especially because they've talked about Robert Pattinson's being like, I want to do Court of Owls. I want to do Death of the Family. I want to do Mr. Freeze. There is so much that you can do. And it does not have to be 3 movies. This is going to have spoilers because I want to talk about the future of the franchise. Let's talk about Death of the Family. This should be a multi-movie thing. They did not introduce a Robin in the first movie. We should have Bruce have Robin. You can build Joker up in his spin-off show. Or do whatever. I think he's going to get focus in the they're doing an Arkham Asylum TV show is what the Gotham Police Department TV show is kind of pivoted towards is Arkham. And you can build Joker up there. Don't do Joker right away. I don't want a Joker movie right now. I want other characters because Batman has so many characters. But Death of the Family, you need to have Bruce get Dick. And then it's not Dick. You need to have Bruce get Dick. And then you need to have him get Jason. And then Jason needs to be murdered. That's a multi-movie build-up thing. Like, you have to build up to that. You can't have all of that happen. And there's no reason that it can't. We haven't gotten a Robin since the 1990s. Make it happen. Give us a Robin. Have him become a Dick Grayson. Let's follow this Robert Pattinson Batman until he gets old. We're going to be following Tom Holland's Spider-Man until he gets old and passes the torch on to Miles Morales. There's absolutely nothing stopping you from following Robert Pattinson's Batman for as long as you can. You can even follow him long enough and then age him up to do a Batman Beyond. That would be really cool. Especially because you've already matched the timelines up now. To where Batman Beyond will be like really futuristic. Like, just do him. How many movies has Tom Holland Spider-Man been in? Civil War, Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home, Infinity War, Endgame. 6. And we're going to limit Batman, who's just as big as Spider-Man, to 3? For what? There is so much potential and so many things you can do. And there is no reason to limit it to 3. Especially because Tom Holland's Spider-Man is going to keep appearing. He's going to get his own other trilogy. He's hopefully going to team up with people like Daredevil in their own series and pop up random places. He'll probably pop up in Sony's movies, do a live-action Spider-Verse. He might pop up in animated Spider-Verse. But for some reason, Matt Reeves and them are talking about all the cool things they can do. But they're like, trilogy. Robert Pattinson's like, trilogy. Why? Robert, I know you love being Batman, Matt Reeves, I know you love directing Batman. You're the biggest, off the top of my head, you are the biggest Batman director fan. It doesn't have to be a trilogy. I'm telling you now. There are so many villains that you can do that haven't been done right and haven't hit the live action screen at all. And you can also redo villains that have. Like, you can redo Ra's al Ghul. So let's talk about this. Court of Owls. This universe is ripe. This is the Court of Owls fit so much better here than they do in like in the Nolan verse. Like, they fit here. I know you want to do Mr. Freeze. You can do a grounded Mr. Freeze. That's 2 movies right there. Let's talk about other villains. We've never had a live action Clayface. Never had a live action ventriloquist. We haven't had a good Poison Ivy. I know you want to drag out Catwoman, as you should. She's a good character. She's going to appear in the future. I want their relationship to build. I want a Robin relationship to build. You teased Bane with Venom. Do a Bane. In the future, of course, because you want to let him breathe since he just got done in Dark Knight Rises. And there's potential he might get done in the DCEU. I know that was a rumor with Peacemaker, which didn't end up happening. You hinted at Hush with the dev reporter being Thomas Elliott. You left a DA spot open. The DA and the Batman died. The DA spot is wide open for Harvey Dent. I don't want Harvey Dent to get done again. I don't know if you can top the Batman's version of Harvey Dent. I think that was an incredible Harvey Dent. I don't want another Joker. You tease Joker. I think he should be... I don't want another Joker now. I think if you make a bunch of movies, he can be done way later if you do a proper Death of the Family movie. Make this universe. Killer Croc. Like, let's just look up Batman villains right now. Let's see which ones haven't been done live action. Ra's al Ghul, you can do him again. Like, Liam Neeson was a good Ra's al Ghul, but he's not the definitive Ra's al Ghul. There are other takes. Deadshot. Deathstroke. I mean, goodness gracious, you know how bad people wanted a Deathstroke Batman movie? Mad Hatter, he could be a good side villain. Man-Bat? We haven't gotten a Man-Bat? Like, you can... I think especially Matt Reeves in this Batman can do a really good Scarecrow. Like, there's just so much potential. Just, like, it doesn't have to be 3, guys. And there's so many directions that you can take the franchise in. The movie ends with a whole kind of like no man's land thing. The whole city's flooded. You're gonna rebuild. Like, you have so much opportunity. You've created a great world for yourself. Batman is underpowered. I want to see him grow. So I imagine how cool it's going to be. Excuse me. He wasn't overpowered in this Batman movie. Imagine how cool it would be if you slowly power him up, and like one day you binge the movies, and you get to see how he goes from being year 2 Batman to the Batman, which I know that's the title, but he's still young. Excuse me. He doesn't have all his tools. He's pretty underpowered. Build him up. Like, it's okay. It's not connected to the DCU, and that's fine. Just do a Batman verse. He has so much potential. Do not make it 3 movies for literally an arbitrary reason of a trilogy. Rocky wasn't a trilogy. Great series. One of my favorite. They're still continuing that with Creed. You could do that with the Batman Beyond. Okay, Don't make it 3 Matt Reeves. This is all I'm asking. Because you have so much potential. Court Owls, incredible. I want Mr. Freeze. I want those 2 villains. But beyond that, I want more than that. I want it as a family movie. Like, come on. I'm begging you. And that's all I have to say. The future looks bright. There's a lot of things you can do with the... Because they did hint at Venom. The DA is wide open. They kind of did hint at Hush. They definitely hinted at Joker. Because he's literally in the movie. Don't make it 3. Thanks.